What's going on, gaming nerds? Welcome back to Midnight Gaming with Mystic Nightmare. It's midnight. We are back on Terra. Now, in the last episode, if you remember correctly, we just went ahead and destroyed a base, and we got a couple of base pieces. Mostly it was the tractor, not the tractor, the conveyor belt pieces, and also we got a cannon, which is pretty nice. And then a couple of receivers. I believe that's what they're called, is receivers. Are they called? Why isn't the name tag coming up? Anyway, we got a couple of receivers, we got a couple of conveyor belt items, but we didn't actually get this thing right here, which is the I can't remember what it's called. The Refinery. And basically what it does is it takes, items like, for example, it takes, wood, and it refines the wood into, I don't know if it's sap or whatever you want to call it, but it refines it, and then basically it sends it back down to the conveyor belt, and it sells it at the cannon. We actually didn't get that in the last episode. If you remember correctly, at the end of the episode, I said that there might be a base over in that direction. It looked like there was a shield over there. I actually went over there off of camera and kicked some butt, and guess what? It was actually a base, and after I killed the guardians, I guess you could call it, I was able to take as many pieces off of the base as I could. There's a few more conveyor belt pieces, and unfortunately during the fight the cannon got destroyed, but I was able to get the refinery, which is good because when you refine stuff it sells for a higher price, and we definitely need to do that because we need more money. Basically with this game it all comes down to you have to have enough money to buy your parts, but you have to have the blueprints of the parts by killing other bots or other tech and then getting those blueprints opened. But one of the guardians over there had one of these lasers, and these are my favorite lasers right here because you can put them on the sides and then you can shoot, and they have a really long distance. They have a good distance range. And also, I'm sure you're noticing that I've done some modifications on our fighter slash gatherer here. I finished out the bed with the tractor pads. I'm probably going to add more tractor pads later on. I put a whole bunch of lights underneath for when we're recording at night, so you can at least see what's going on around you. Or around us, I should say. I finished off the guns on the top, and I actually want to finish off the side guns with the same lasers that are on the front. That way we have a lot of firepower that's coming off the sides. But before that, I kind of wanted to work on the base because we really need to make as much money as we possibly can so we can really make some more robots and more tech and stuff like that. So before I even deck out, I deck out the harvester slash fighter, whatever you want to call it, I figure we need to go ahead and kind of boost up our production value a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and buy a bunch of conveyor pads. Is that what they're called? What are they called? Yeah, GSO conveyors. And I'm going to set them up over on our base, and I'm going to try to make it as compact but at the same time as efficient as we possibly can. I'm going to do a couple more receivers just so we have enough receivers to pull our harvested stuff off of, the tractor pads in the back of the and back to the harvester, I guess you want to call it. And I'm sure you guys also noticed that I put a few more tires on it. Basically all I did was it just extended the bed out, and then I put another set of tires on both sides. That's all I really did. So nothing big, not huge changes or anything else like that. And then let's get a couple more refineries going here. Do I have anywhere I can put those? Yeah, we'll get a couple more refineries going here. That way we can kind of get a little bit of a faster production value. And this game's kind of funny if you guys that have played haven't noticed, you can be just driving around not expecting to pick up a quest or anything, and you can kill a random guy that attacks you from a distance or something, and then a message comes up says, "Oh, what's this?" And then out of the blue, out of the sky, something drops down. And that's what happened to me when after I went over to that base, was this bad boy dropped down, and it's actually a production fabricator, I guess you could call it. You take some refined materials, you put it into it, and then it gives you a list of stuff that you can actually make out of those refined materials. I don't use it very often. I kind of just buy all of my tech for the most part, but you know, we might play with a little bit. So when it comes down to playing with like your conveyor system, you can make like big loops of conveyors. So the materials will go around in a circle a whole bunch of times. You can carry a whole bunch of stuff on your conveyor belt system, and it just sits there and it loops around. And as a fabricator is open, or a refinery is open, then it'll just suck it into the refinery. But I've kind of figured out a nice way of laying these out that's very, I guess you could say, compact when it comes down to how much space it takes up. As you can see, I've put around, I've got some solar panels and some shields and some repair bubbles, and I've put those around the base to cover it as much as I can, just in case anything attacks. But as far as like the refineries, if you put them like corner inside the outside corner or the point, it looks like kind of like a triangle. You put the point inside the other one's inside point, I guess you could call it. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, this kind of configuration right here makes it very compact. Otherwise, you're just making a big long line of a conveyor system, and it kind of ends up being really long or really wide and kind of ugly, and it takes up a lot of space. Not that it really matters. It's kind of hard to get these things to go right too. If you don't, I'm gonna put that conveyor there. It's kind of hard to get these things to work right sometimes, just to get them to face the right way. But it looks like if you put a conveyor on the outside of the other one, holy crap, how many? There we go. So I'm going to put, there's 3. Do I got one more? I'm going to put one more, but before we do that, we have to take one of these and we have to put it on the outside of that. And then we have to start this one on the conveyor system. And anytime now. Come on, let's go. Anytime. There we go. So basically what we can do, that's really all the room I have right now. So basically, let's see, how do we connect these? This right here is the entrance. All of these right here are the entrances to the refinery. This is where it gets refined, and this is where it gets spat out. So you kind of need to connect this area with your conveyor system. And I think what I'm going to do, let's put these down on the ground here. So yeah, you just basically want to connect those with the conveyor system so you can make it so when it's spat out, it either gets sold or it gets put on the conveyor system that's taken down to one of the cannons. I'm going to put this cannon right there. There we go. Okay, so that works. And then all you want to do is just do like stairs, I guess you could say. You want to get the materials coming down your conveyor belt so they pass this entrance multiple times. It passes this entrance here. This one allows it to pass the entrance, this allows it to pass the entrance, and this allows it to pass the entrance. And then the same thing down here. This one also allows it to pass this entrance. I'm going to take this one off here. I'm going to put that one there. And then let's take this off here. And I think I'll put one out here, and I'll put one right there. And I think that might work for us. So then I'm just going to stick these right here on this. Get out of the way here. You know, it kind of helps too if you build like a little mini robot where you can move around in between your bases and stuff, like, or in between your base, and kind of, your camera is attached to your robot, so you have to kind of, if you want to get close to something like this, then you kind of need a little bit smaller of a robot. But let's I think that'll work. So what'll happen is these will pull off of our tractor beams, and then they'll be pulled onto the conveyor system, and they'll go down the conveyor system like this in a stair-stepping style, and they'll be passed by this, also by probably not that one. Actually, let's move this one here and there. So these 4 holes right here, which is the entrances to the fabricator, or to the refinery. I don't know why I keep calling it fabricator. And this, if that's going to be there, that's got to come off, and that's got to go there, like that. Okay. But yeah, they'll pass these 4 holes multiple times, except for this one down there. I probably should have bought a couple more, and then I could have finished off that stair step right there, and then I can just keep extending it out. I'd have to move this shield bubble thing or whatever. But so let's go ahead and test it out and see how much money we can make. Because right now, as you can see in the top left, I went out and I've been just kind of harvesting right now, or off camera I should say, and I just wanted to get us some money so we could kind of get the base rolling. The nicer your base is, the more efficient it is, or the more you can harvest or whatever, the better off you are, to be honest with you, because the faster you can make the money, you know, the more of the blueprints you've actually got you can actually purchase. I don't think there's any more veins over here. Let's just go get some random stuff over here. Looks like there's some lights over there. I wonder if that's a bad guy in the distance. And I don't think this guy's got anything we don't have, except for, no, that's just a scoop. Nah, we're okay. Oh, wait. He's got one of the good guns. Oh, wait, I did have an extra. Crap, I did have an extra one. Oh, well. We'll put it back on when we get there. Okay, so let's just go ahead and cruise over here. We're going to pick up a bunch of stuff, and let's just make sure that this conveyor system and everything works. Trees really aren't worth that much, to be honest with you. It's usually the rocks that you really want to get a whole bunch in, especially when you got a vein. And yeah, this one's got a vein in it, so we'll go ahead and pick these up. They'll probably be worth a lot more than what the wood will be. And what else do we got? This is all pretty much wood over here. Your dad? Nice name. Nice name. Okay. Come on, man. I can't drive this thing worth the crap when it comes to going backwards. You can actually switch the backwards driving as well on it. I don't even want to go over by that guy. We're not fighting today. But you can actually switch when you do a reverse. If it's you know, more understood in your mind, if you can understand a bit in your mind to switch the controls while you're backing up, you can actually do that in this game. I'm kind of used to driving. I drove my dad's truck when I was like 12 years old, backing, you know, trailers and stuff up, and then I've got my own truck, and so it just, to drive it, when you back up, to have it go the opposite way, when you turn your wheels a certain way, it's kind of, I'm used to that, so I keep that the way that I actually like it on the game. This guy's got some yellow blocks, and honestly, guys, we need some of those yellow blocks. I think he's got a drill. Renegade Tech, huh? He's got a drill that we might want. Of course, I just destroyed the drill. Fantastic. Oh, does he have a big battery on it? Mission complete. What mission? Okay, I don't know what that is, but we need that. So we'll take that. Oh, new tires. These are the good tires. They're the ones that make you stand really tall, and they're really tough tires. Okay, that's the tires. We already got the tires. See, we've already got most of those blocks. I don't really want to pick them up and take them over with this. These tires that we've got on are actually really nice. They're really beefy tires, but the ones that we just left behind, they're actually, I think when it comes down to it, they give you a height advantage. So I think they're a little bit better in that aspect. But see, I hope this guy doesn't try and fight us. I don't even want to do that right now. I just want to test out our conveyor system. And as you can see, we definitely need to get either some harvester. We need to build a harvester, or we need to put some drills on this thing, because they don't work. The lasers are okay, I guess, when it comes down to harvesting rocks and stuff. But for the most part, the drills are, I think they're a little bit faster in my opinion. See, this is what I wanted to avoid. He's a big boy too. Maybe if he gets stuck. Nope, I just got him out of there. Crap. Oh, he's immobilized. See, this is why I like those front lasers, man. They've got such a long reach, it's ridiculous. Okay, does he have any blocks that we need? Not really. I mean, there's repair bubbles. I guess I could take one of these and put one of those there. Take one of those and put those there. I'm going to keep extending these in the back out, because this thing can actually take quite a bit of weight when it comes down to just, you know, weight sticking out of the back of it. Let's see. Let's put that. Oh, we need to replace the front end here, because our cab is flashing, and that's not good. Let's do that there, that there. Okay, we've replaced that. Let's see. Any other parts that we need other than guns? It doesn't look like it. Is that a... Ooh, is that a light strip? I think it is. It is a light strip. Okay. I like these light strips a lot, so I'm going to put that one under there. Good. That way we can see a little bit better when at night. That's one of the things about this game, man. If it's in the middle of the night and you don't have any lights on your vehicle, it can be kind of a pain to try and see what the heck you're doing. Okay, so let's just drive around, pick up whatever we're missing. Kind of got to go backwards and drive around here. Do we have everything like decked out? When there's a full like tractor pad, it's a full like Ford whatever tractor pad. It's got 4 little white circles on it. That'll be really nice, because I'll have a whole entire harvester just made up of those and receivers and stuff like that. But we've got plenty right now. Our base is actually this direction, I think. And let's go ahead. Wait, I can't see her, but this direction. Yeah. So let's go back and see if this actually works decently, at least. And you'll see how much money we can actually make from it. So hopefully that'll be nice. So right now we're at 14,193, and basically all it is guys, I was just going back and forth with just one friggin' refinery and one friggin' refinery, one cannon, and a couple of conveyor belt pieces, and that's all I was doing. And it was quite a few trips that I had to make, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and spin around and see if we can get this thing to work properly. Oh, see, it's got some good pull on it. So a lot of our stuff is being okay. All of the refineries are working all at once. Yeah, it looks like stuff's selling really well. Stuff is getting all the way to the back cannon, it looks like. So they're refining, and they're pushing onto the conveyor belt fast enough where we can actually get it past the first cannon and have the second cannon also selling as well. So that's actually pretty efficient. And the nice thing about this little setup is if you were to flip these refineries, you can actually flip them to where, oh, see, we got a problem. Yeah, we got a problem. This needs to come out of there. Yeah, there's a problem right there. Are you kidding me? This little midget comes in here thinking he's going to do some damage when we've got shields. You ruined my show off, my show and tell, dude. Now I gotta... Oh, something blew up over here. That's not good. Okay, can you just... Thank you. Straighten out. Okay, so for some reason... Okay, there. This needs to be switched. There we go. Okay, so basically we've got a conveyor from this white circle down to the main conveyor. This one, and this one will go over to there. Yep, looks like everything's working well. Some of this stuff we've refined it, but it's not being sucked up. Why not? Is that being refined up? Was that... I don't understand why there's refined stuff up here. And so that's not going to go... Why is that? Why did that do that? See, it looks like it's working fine. But basically, what's nice about these refineries is, you see how these are kind of on an angle? You can actually put... If you were to flip them 90 degrees to the right or to the left, it would create a V. And the V gets wider and wider and wider, and it gets wider and wider and wider this way, and then you can create a V on the inside as well, and you can just put massive amounts of cannons. Now these cannons are the big ones. There's actually smaller size cannons that are much smaller, and they fit, instead of a 2 wide, they fit in just a 1 wide. So they're actually really nice when it comes down to if you want to carry cannons, or if you want to just set them up to where they don't make a very big footprint. And that's what I tried to do right here. I didn't want it to make a very big footprint. I wanted to keep as much of it as I could inside the shielding here, and it looks like I've done that, which is really cool. So now that we've got 20 grand, let's go over and let's go... I need to repair this. I forgot about that. We will repair this real quick, and then we'll go back over and we'll put a bunch of those other guns on the front and the side, and see if we can really beef this bad boy up as much as possible. Let's go ahead and get it repaired first. I like being able to drive in there like that and just have it repair. Oh, we got another one of these. And as you can see, also I bought a bunch of batteries. 1, 2, 3 there, 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there, 1, 2 there. Basically, when it turns nighttime, you need something to power your shields. Those batteries will work great. 2 batteries will power 1 shield orb and 1 repair orb over the nighttime. If you get any more on there, you probably need more batteries, but basically 2 batteries will repair... It's basically 1 battery per orb. So if you got 1 shield and 1 repair orb, then 1 battery each, and that'll help you for the rest of the night. That's pretty good stuff. So let's go ahead, and we need guns. And we're gonna go ahead and deck this bad boy up. We kind of already got our harvester going here. It's not really using the blocks that I like, but for the most part, this is the way I build my harvesters. So I might actually switch the tires out to those really rough tires that, you know, we killed that guy for. 4, 5, 6, 7. I might switch them out to those tires, just because those tires actually gets your vehicle off the ground higher, and that's definitely something that we want. That way we can put it way up in the air, and then we can just drive over the materials that we're trying to pick up. It'll pick them up, and even though that they're stuck to the bottom, they might be stuck to the bottom of the vehicle, you can still drive around, and they won't really, cause any problems. So we need 1, 2, 3. We need 3 in the front. And normally I would put those sitting lasers on the top of the blocks that I'm placing guns on right now. I'd put them on top of here, but I think I'm going to switch them out because of the range. I really like the range of these guns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just going to take these out and we're just going to replace them in the front of these blocks up here, because I've noticed that when we fight, the blocks in the front have a tendency to get destroyed really easy. So I don't want to deal with that anymore. I figured, you know what, if these get destroyed, these lasers will fall off, but these ones will still be there, and this section up here will be there as well. So let's go ahead and test it out. See, we got that's 3 full fields of fire. Isn't that sick? Look at all that firepower that's coming off of there. That is so sick. So let's go ahead and also extend out more of our harvesting gear. And I think what I'm going to do is, instead of making you guys or doing a music montage or making you guys watch me do any harvesting, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take some time, maybe a couple days, and I'm just going to go and harvest and harvest and harvest and harvest and get us a whole bunch of money. That way we can just start building a bunch of fun stuff, and you guys won't have to wait for me to harvest a bunch of crap. So hopefully you guys, that's okay with you guys. I'm assuming that it is. So, but yeah, there we go. I think this is pretty much going to end up being our harvester, even though it does have a lot of firepower. It's got quite a bit of firepower. Look at that thing. It's ridiculous. But yeah, we've got everything up and running. Basically, it's all about just, harvesting, making money right now. And then when it's time, I think we need to go out and start doing some quests. Right now, it was just all about, last couple episodes is all about setting up bases, or the base, so we can get ready, to really go at this thing. And I think we did that, so that's awesome. I think the next couple of episodes will probably go into maybe doing some quests and a lot of searching for parts too, and getting parts and maybe starting to build some new stuff. But I figured that's pretty much it for today. Thanks for coming out to the channel. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't, don't hit it. Just subscribe no matter what you do, so you can see more videos. Keep gaming, keep doing it midnight. Have a blast, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care.